Hi guys, I wanted to show you something. Today we had Elevate. It was a great day. Unfortunately, not as much people as I thought, but I didn't realize it was Valentine's weekend, that people will actually make a weekend out of Valentine's. I thought, they go for dinner on the day and it's done, but apparently not. It's funny, one of the exhibitors was doing a workshop about chocolate, and while she was making the chocolate, she's like, this is for Halloween. And then everybody cracked the joke saying, yeah, Halloween and Valentine's Day, it's just like kind of the same thing. Scary. So anyway, I wanted to show you something. I found this today. One of my exhibitors, she makes necklaces. We have a couple that are really good. And she had this. And I was like, okay, I am definitely getting this necklace because the dragonfly is actually a really amazing symbolic animal and insect. And I started seeing it in 2022 as it was like really in the bulk of my healing. It was I was doing a lot of prayer, meditation. I was doing a lot of searching. I was kind of coming to grips with the things that didn't make me happy, and realizing that I felt pretty lonely in everything, even though I was surrounded by people. And the realization, of course, kind of throws you off a little bit, but I wasn't focusing on that. I was focusing on the transformation that I was going through, like the work that I had to do, especially to get healthy physically, because I was coming out of, I was still insulin resistant. I still had, I was coming out of type 2 diabetes. I was feeling pretty overwhelmed still, although better because things started shifting. Like my sister moved out, my brother moved out, like everybody left. So I had a moment to actually feel like I could breathe. And I hadn't spoken to my mom in about a year, which was a good choice. I think we needed a very good break. And, even now we are very much, we talk when it's necessary, but we are holding more defined boundaries, because I just realized that we can make each other very miserable, and I don't think neither of us deserve that. So sometimes you can love people that need to be away from you anyway, right? So it's a very strong realization. A lot of people actually don't get it because people are so attached to that thing, like it's family. And for me, it's such a bigger thing, and it's deep into your soul. So when I started doing this inner transformation, I saw the dragonfly all the time. Like literally, not only seeing it, actually, it was all the dragonflies that I would see on my walks or near the water on my land. It would just come and sit on my hand. So I went through a period, like the whole summer, of just having these butterflies touching me. And I really felt this beautiful connection to this insect. And the meaning of the dragonfly is really transformation. Especially, I'm really getting emotional here, but like it's transformation, and I felt like I was going through it, and it was really hard because it was still at the very beginning of everything that would lead to me making some choices in 2023. But it felt like things were moving, and that I couldn't no longer really not question the things that made me happy or not happy, that I couldn't stay stuck, right? This is when I also started having these like really, really strong downloads about working with women, supporting women, and being really in this journey together. Because I feel like whether you're going through sickness or you're going through troubles with your relationship, or you're going through like challenges with your career, whatever challenges you have in life, whatever it is, we are really often gaslit by the people that sometimes we look up to, whether they are our partners or even our doctors. I speak about this a lot, and I cannot tell you, like even today at the market, as I was speaking to the wife of one of the exhibitors, the first thing she said is how frustrated and lonely she felt, because she's going through something really radical, and she feels like it's really frustrating for her to not achieve results, to not find the silver lining. And she doesn't get the support, because the husband says something really interesting. It's like, nothing is personalized. Like, they look at her case and the doctors would just like, let's take a page. Okay, this is you. And when you work with women, this is why working with women is so hard, and maybe why not many people are doing it. And actually why I really only take certain cases, the hardest cases, and I take people that I feel really want to heal, because it's hard work. It's every single day you're going to show up for yourself and having to realize that some things work and other things don't, and that it's not about you not being good enough or not doing things well enough. It's just that there are things that are disconnected and we need to connect them. It's a puzzle. It's so hard, but at the same time it's also easy. It's like, what does your body need? We start from scratch. We clear the bench, we clean the body, and then we try and find solutions. I have this with so many of my clients. We reach a really good stepping stone. We see a milestone, and then something happens, and there's something that really frustrates them. Like, okay, before we get really to that bad place we were before, let's see what we can do here. It's so hard, because healing doesn't take a month. It doesn't even take 6 months, although I do coaching with my clients for 6 months because I want to teach them the ropes. Honestly, it takes at least a couple of years to heal the body, because it took years to get into that shit. Like, when I got sick, it didn't happen overnight. But going back to the dragonfly, it's a transformational symbol, and I felt it so deeply. And so those downloads that came to me, they were super strong. So, even if I'm sharing this because obviously I wanted to just share, if you are seeing an animal or an insect often that comes up, whether it is in a picture or dreams or jewelry or whatever, in nature actually, like I did with the dragonfly, pay attention, because those are messages, and you can go online and you can check what the meaning of that particular animal / insect, and really think about how it applies to you. I knew that was so viscerally true, that I was going through this change and growth, and I was like, oh my God, like a rebirth. If you get a calling, answer it and check out what these things mean, because they really transform you. And yeah, so that's what I wanted to share with you. Bye.